whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether people support them or whether they don't, my goodness me, we can't travel anywhere. We can't go through airports. The trains are disrupted. Now the roads are disrupted as well. Goodness me, what do you make of all of this, Albert?
I think it just adds to the general feeling in the country at the moment that things seem to slightly be falling apart and people seem to be resorting to direct action to try and get the government to listen. Whether or not it's Mick Lynch of the RMT who was leading the picket fences a couple of weeks ago, whether or not it's these protesters who are protesting because they want fuel duty and VAT to be cut on fuel because the cost of living crisis is biting, it just adds to a general feeling that things are getting worse, not better.
Well, it was interesting during the paper review just then, the subject of the police and crime bill came up and the argument was made that you can't cherry pick when you use these strong new powers. I mean, a lot of people were unsure, even from within the Conservatives, about whether this was bordering on authoritarian. People seemed happy enough to use it when they didn't agree with the cause. But there's a lot of public sympathy for the protests yesterday. And suddenly people are thinking, hang on a minute, I don't want to spend 6 months in jail for just complaining that the government hasn't cut fuel duty. So could this raise questions then about Priti Patel's new police crime bill?
There were already questions about the police and crime bill, mostly from the libertarian right of the party. So you had people like Steve Baker who were very vocal about not liking this policy, because it does feel quite authoritarian, and there are many Conservatives who are of that view, because ultimately it does open a bit of a Pandora's box when this policy, when people say, well, I don't like it for this thing which I agree with, but I like it for this thing which I disagree with, and that is where there are sticky spots with authoritarian policies like these.